Hi everyone, it's a Four Gun Guy. And it was very fortuitous that my friends at CVLife reached out to me about 3 weeks ago, and they said, hey, we've got a bore sight kit that we'd like to send you to review. And I said, well, sure, I'll do it. And I did one a while back as well, but they sent this to me, and I say fortuitous because I actually have 3 scopes that I just got, and so I'm going to be bore sighting them on some rifles. So I thought what we would do is, let's go over the features of the CVLife bore sight kit. Let's put it on a rifle, see how easy it is. If it is easy, we're going to see, to bore or to sight in that rifle with the scope on top of it. And then we'll have some final thoughts. So if you're ready to go, let's get to it. Well, there are different types of bore sighting tools out there, right? There's the cartridge type, and I think I did a review on one of those. And then there's the actual type like this one that you place in the end of the barrel and then match up the laser dot with your scope. And I kind of like these better. I'm going to tell you why real quick. And it has nothing to do with the CVLife one that I'm going to review here. It's just that, for example, this one comes with a lot of adapters to it. So instead of having to go out there and buy a laser bore sighter to your specific cartridge, you can just use one of these, put the adapter on that's going to fit your rifle, and then get going with it. So, I think that I really like this as an option. They're pretty inexpensive. I want to say this is in the $30 range. So it's not like you're going to break the bank getting one of these things. But let's talk about what comes with this specific model. So this comes with, I'm going to use my cheat sheet here. We have 32 different adapters. So it's got all these little adapters in here. I don't know if that's going to focus, that you can use for different calibers to 0. So we go from a .17 caliber up to a 12 gauge shotgun. And it has this little adapter in here that allows you to actually use it in, say, a larger bore. Laser visible distance is 15 to 100 yards, and I've already taken this out back, and at the fence, which is 25 yards away in broad daylight, I'm able to see that green laser pretty well. And then I haven't tried it beyond that, but I might do that. What I want to do, though, is let's take it to a range. It's either going to be an indoor range or a outdoor range. Haven't decided yet. Indoor range would probably be better because you don't have the daylight interfering with things out the distance. But we'll see. And then it also comes with 8-hour battery life. So it does use just regular batteries, CR2s, I think. Yeah, CR2s. It comes with 2 of those. It comes with the screwdriver that helps you screw on the adapter so it fits. It comes with some extra screws for that adapter. So if you lose one or whatever, it has an additional screw, and it comes with a hex wrench here. So it's a pretty simple device, right? It's not super intrusive, but it's got a green laser that is apparently easier to see in the daylight than a red laser. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's a pretty simple setup. Let's take this out and use it to bore sight one of these scopes that I'm going to do another review on in the near future. I've got the CVLife bore sighter installed. I've got it at 50 yards, and I hope we'll be able to see it because I can see it at 50 yards on the target. I walked up to the target. If you can, if you're in an indoor range, you may, and you can move the targets. I would start at, say, 10 yards, line it up, take it to 20, line it up with the reticle. Go out to 30 or 40, line it up, and then when you're at 50, you're lined up. If you have an indoor range like I do, a 100-yard range, then you could take it off out to 60, 70, and so forth. Here in broad daylight, you're not going to see this or any other of these bore sighters, I got news for you, at 100 yards. You're just not. So if you're going to sight in a centerfire rifle, this is my 22, you're going to get it sighted at 50, and then you know between 50 and 100 yards you're going to be off a little bit, but you should be able to then at least see your impacts on paper and adjust for that. So let's take a look here real quick. I'm going to turn this trigger cam on. I think it's on. Let's take a look here. Now, I don't know if you can see the laser, but if I focus on that black dot right there that I'm on, the laser is just at about the 7 o'clock position. I can see it. I hope you can too in here. So what that's telling me is I'm pretty darn close, right? So if we take a shot up here at one of these, let's take a shot at this. I'm going to load and then we'll get some shots in. Let's see how close this got us. Okay, well, I have had some issues here, guys, and I'm going to tell you what they were. Don't ever try to do this after just deep cleaning your barrel, because you're going to have so many flyers. It's not going to go well. But I haven't touched the scope. I have sent some rounds down range here just to foul the barrel, and so I did just want to show you that, you know, if I come back to this one, you can see that target up in the upper right. That was when I first started with it. That's low. It's still not right. The barrel isn't. You can see this thing's all over the place. And I think I know what the issue is. But my point here for the CVLife bore sighter is it got me on target. It got me right there at 50 yards. And then, as I said before, if you're going out to 100, you can adjust for that. Again, I would use this in an indoor range. Start at 10, 20, work your way out, 50, then 100, and you should be good to go. I like the product. I think the laser's a little brighter than another one that I reviewed probably about 6 months ago to a year ago. And I like the brightness of this laser. I want to thank the people at CVLife for sending it to me. Again, I think these are really handy to have because it's not like the cartridge bore sight lasers that you have to buy the specific cartridge for your rifle. I like the fact that this just fits in the barrel and you can go with it. I am going to give you a word of caution. Please remove the bore sighter before you fire your rifle, or you will have some bad things happen. So, you know, I would put your chamber flag in there, do something, put the CVLife instruction manual in your mag well, so you know that before you load a mag, there's this instruction manual. Why is it there? Oh, it's there because the thing's probably still in my muzzle. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. All the subscriptions, the likes. I do have playlists now down below, so you can kind of peruse the different things that I do reviews on, rifles, optics, and so forth. I've got some other stuff coming up. I'm actually going to do a review on the scope that's on this rifle. This is the Burris XTR Pro, so I've got a review of that coming out. In fact, I'm doing that video today, and some other stuff. So thanks again for watching, everyone. And until next time, shoot straight.